you're an asshole. If you're both sitting there fat and sloppy and one person's trying to become better and you're holding them back, you're a dick. My grandpa was going to die the day he died regardless of what I did with that time,
what
that 5 or 6 months, regardless of what in that mouth. Now, I know it sounds morbid to say, but that person, that thing that you're going through was going to happen with or without you being healthy or unhealthy. So why not be healthy?
All this happened for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And here on Modify Your Life, we talk about modify life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. What's up, big dog? And we got our co-hostess with the mostest.
Hello.
How are we doing? We live in California now.
We do. We've
Welcome.
been living here since February, but I feel like people are barely grasping that we've been here. Because they're like, oh, you finally moved back. I'm like, dude, we've been in OC since February.
But we didn't talk about it. We did, like, it was just like such like a lot of stuff. Then we're going out every weekend. We got a jet ski.
Doing the most,
enjoying life, having
doing the most, wearing the least.
Yeah, the girl had her surgery and stuff like that. She had it. Hey, can you put your booty cheeks away, girl?
Dang.
I've never seen so many old ass men stare at you in my life. I almost had to punch one out the other day.
Dang.
Does it make you feel good?
I haven't noticed it yet.
Good, don't notice it. I'm the only guy that likes you.
Okay. Actually, I told you I noticed it.
Is there pretty girl privilege?
I've always had.
And we're on a podcast, so I won't use this in a relationship.
No, I've always had a little bit of that. Even at my biggest, it was still like, oh, no, wait. Not like.
Hold on.
No,
wait.
No, pretty privilege could be different things. It doesn't mean like someone wants to sleep with you immediately. It's just because you're prettier than maybe the next person, you get better treatment or a better something.
Okay, but hold on.
But you're not going to put me against a 10 like Kim Kardashian at my biggest, obviously. It's like,
no,
there's been a level of pretty privilege, though.
I love you, and you're beautiful to me. You've always been beautiful to me. But I will say this. There's a lot of this, like, and it's mainly seen in women. Okay. Sorry, women. But it's like they lose weight, and they're like, oh, I could get any guy I want. Or I could get in this, and I get...
No, there's
limits. I don't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't personally think there's pretty privilege, male or female, being fat. I'm sorry. Regardless of what anyone would like to feel, or, hey, everyone, if you guys want to see what we watch on Netflix. Yeah, if I just personally don't believe that there's pretty privilege if you're overweight. Now, I believe that there's people who have fetishes. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But like, I just think that, like, you know, we get treated. What the heck?
No, we get treated differently. But what I mean is, you probably think pretty privilege just like from men. I mean, in society, it does exist, and it doesn't have to be that someone wants to sleep with you. Like, for example, like if I would show up at the coffee shop when I had like a coffee shop I would go to when I would work out here when I had a 9 to 5, and like even like the older lady, she was like, "You're so beautiful" at my biggest. And
but every that's time, not pretty privilege.
It is and every time I would show up to the coffee shop, she would let me cut the line, and she would always make sure she called me pretty. But
okay, but can you hear me out though? Is it because it's pretty privilege, or does she feel that you look pretty for being fat?
Yeah, that. But I'm saying there's a level of.
No, I don't believe it. I mean, no. It's we don't have to agree on everything. But hear me out. I get treated so differently now 100%. That I'm overweight. Now that I'm not overweight, so I would believe that I would have. I don't think I would say like. I don't know if I would call. I don't think I'm pretty. I think I'm not ugly. I don't think I'm like a 5. I don't think I'm like a 4 or 5. I'll tell you that much. But what I'm saying though is like I think like for instance, last year at New Year's when I had like that furry coat on and
we both got hit on so much at the club.
Exactly right. And the girl's like, "Oh my gosh, you pull off that jacket so well." No girl would ever told me at my heaviest, and I had confidence being fat. And I had a smile on being fat. Maybe not all the time, but I had to smile.
You had a good mask.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I would have never received that.
Yeah.
At 400, 500, 600 pounds. I'm sorry. Right. So like and like I said, I am open to not being right. I'm just trying to fight my case of why I think this way. Is that I think people get it. Like, for instance, like, just to go off of what you said, oh, the girl said you're so pretty and she let me cut line. Like, she could be like, oh, well, she's fat, but she looks good. She has a good smile. But for instance, about the guys, right? I hated going to a club being fat. Why? Because if a girl, and this is before you, obviously, but if I would go in a junior high dance Well, I was fat, obviously, in junior high. And in prom, I was fat and during prom. When a girl would dance with me, it was like a clappable moment. It was like the underdog wins.
Too
it
much
was
attention
freaking
for what was
lightweight
happening.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
To the point where I didn't even want a girl to dance with me, which every guy wants a girl to dance with. But at the end of the day, it wasn't because, oh, well, look at this fat guy got a girl to dance. Yeah, let's clap up, dance, monkey, dance. Like, I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's what I'm saying, like, as in, it's like is it like she's dancing with him because he's a good-looking fat guy, or she feels bad for him, so she's dancing with him. You get what I'm saying?
She's just trying to be nice.
She's trying to be nice. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're not beautiful. You are definitely beautiful. I will say this, though. The most of us are not ugly. We're just fat. Because my facial features and your facial features are completely different.
Yes.
Now you're hot. I love staring at you.
I'm not wearing makeup today.
I want to eat you up like a little snack.
Ooh.
A little torta. You know,
a mini one?
I want to say mini, girl. You put on a couple pounds, but I love you though. We know we're getting you back. You got your jawline's there still, barely, but it's there.
Squint a little.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
I do.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like I like to just be very blunt. People love everyone. There's always someone for someone, right? Look at me and you.
I believe that.
But
there's someone for someone, no matter.
I feel like
how far back you feel you are.
how far you messed up, how down bad you are. But I just feel like sometimes we just get a little ahead of ourselves, and like, you know, there are levels to this, and I think it's okay. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that, you know, it's good to know where you're at, and I think it's okay to not be where you want to be. But like, I just don't like when people lose weight and act like everything was perfect. Like, my life sucked at being 500.
No, it was never perfect.
I loved you. You love me, but let's be honest, you wouldn't date me today. I mean, you would have dated the old me. If you were who you are today, you wouldn't date me.
No, because my brain isn't what it was then.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't also starting. Like now, like, I'm not at the finish line because there's always room for improvement. But if I'm already light years ahead, even just mentally of when we first started dating, no.
No, I believe it. Because I wasn't good enough. I'm literally don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's streaming.
Should we turn it off? Because your ADD is not going to allow you to
It's not allowing me to work right now.
So let's just turn
it off. If you guys are watching.
His head, if we don't have him turn it off, he's just going to hyper focus on this TV. So let's just turn it off and pretend that the logo's right here.
Well, what's going to happen?
Look at my arm.
Oh, look at your, you see your scar there. Well, no, it's, okay, I figured out what it was. Well, what it was is that I was trying to multitask, and I was actually getting some content for my vlog. And then what happened was once I switched over to the camera to stop recording on the camera, I realized it kicked me off the Wi-Fi and went to the Osmo. So now we should be good to go. All right, see, look, boom, we're here. So let's get into it. We have some questions today.
Yeah,
and also, comment down below. What do you think? Like, society sucks when you're fat.
It does.
And people will see here, look at this. Look at there's two things. Mm-hmm. Lizzo lied to all of you out there, was like, hey, it's okay to be fat and beautiful. And I'm not saying you can't be beautiful and fat, but I'm saying that it's not healthy, and no one feels beautiful majority of the time when you're fat.
The thing is, you're going to be sold whatever your current self is. Like, her current self was whatever that was. So that's what she's selling is the best thing.
There are people that are unfollowing her because she's too healthy. Do you understand how sick that is? Because she no
longer stands for whatever they did.
Yeah.
Or whatever they do.
But she lied. She told you that it was okay, but yet in the background she was miserable, and that's what I'm telling everyone. Mm-hmm. Regardless of what you think.
She wasn't living in her truth.
Yeah, you were not happy being overweight. It's not, I could cross my legs. You can see my toe?
I know, I want to do the same thing because I can now.
I got no skin there, girl, so.
Me either.
You know? But you get what I'm saying, though? It's like that heavy talks. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to take the shortcut. Stop it.
I don't know.
Stop trying to take that shortcut because you're not going to win. It's like, you know, it's okay to be in a body that you're not proud of, but it's not okay to stay there.
Yeah.
Right? And then guess it's another thing too, right? Because I think the world's starting to get healthier. I really do. I really, in the bottom of my heart.
It's not moving as fast as we would like, but it's getting in that direction, which I'm proud of.
The fact that it's, because you got to remember, last year, 2 years ago, was mukbangs. Mm-hmm. Now it's like all I see is like people on a fitness journey. And I know social media is what your algorithm is, but there's a lot of people hopping on that healthy train.
Yeah.
Right? And what I'm realizing,
even if it's a fat diet, it doesn't matter. Like, they're still trying something.
Look at Subway. Subway put out something like, the Subway was never supposed to be for one person.
Cállate.
They're so full of shit. At the end of the day, they knew what they were doing, and now people caught on to it.
Was that spokesperson holding a 6-inch or a foot long?
No, he was holding. No, I don't know, but I want to say he was holding a foot long, or he was eating a foot long. Maybe he was holding the 6-inch and eating the foot long. But there's manipulation in those commercials.
Whatever.
But at the end of the day, like I shouldn't say it's common sense, but it's common to someone that is tracking their food that there's more bread than there is protein, so therefore it's automatically not the best for us, right? So
it's just how it gets marketed. Just how, like, with salads, everyone's like, "Oh, I eat a salad, I'm healthy," but it's like, what did we add to the salad?
I've had some 1,000-calorie salads. Like
Grandma
Sizzler
would make me salads that were just. It was ranch with you're dipping pretty much your lettuce into it.
So
and I
seasoning.
felt like I was a picture of health because I ate that salad.
Oh my God. Sizzler salads?
30
I used to
croutons.
just smack. I used to get like a pup of ranch.
You're sick.
You know that. What do you mean sick? You dated this guy. Oh my God. People will be swear up and down like, I had a salad for dinner. Like, look at the salad.
I only had
And it's
one
not like
meal.
a salad from our ebooks.
Yeah. Oh, those are good.
It's a salad like, you know.
It's a salad.
It's a salad.
But let's get into these questions.
Oh, that's what we got today that we're doing today?
Always go on tangents.
No, I think
why are we
people
like
like the
this?
banter. No, I mean, obviously, I okay, also, before we get into the Q&A, right? I thank you. I'm heavy to modify it, and you give me so much credit, but you have a lot to say, and so I want to have a conversation with you on this podcast real quick.
Okay.
Moving forward, okay?
Okay. So then.
People agree that you don't talk enough.
Who agreed?
Why? So you can block them all?
Yeah.
No. So.
Give me names.
And addresses. No. I've talked to people and they've listened. Our clients listen to podcasts and some DMs that you don't talk enough. I know I'm very overpowering when I speak, but
I don't care about that.
yeah, you shut me up sometimes. But what I'm saying though is like I want you to show them more of you in this podcast because it's our podcast. We just have hosts or we have guests, and when we have guests, then I sit down with them, and that's what we agreed on. And you know, until you feel comfortable to sit down with a guest, like when Des comes or something, I don't know, or if you ever want, you don't, whatever it is, right? But when it's us, I feel like people want to hear you more, because it's always cool to get a perspective of someone who's not programmed as a semi-robot like me. You know what I mean? And it's a lot harder for you to wake up and do cardio compared to when I'm locked in, I'm like fucking ready to go, you know?
Yeah.
So that's all I want to talk about. But I do appreciate you for giving me more of the space to speak. But when this is a us thing, and in order to be a us thing, it's a 50-50 thing. So they said it. I'm just speaking for them. Don't shoot the messenger. Can't give them to you. I forgot.
So I need to speak more.
When necessary.
I'll tell you why.
Your place is not only in the kitchen, okay? This is not the 50s.
My place is in the kitchen.
This
Okay?
It's
I
not
know
the
where I
50s,
belong.
okay? It's not the 50s. You could speak up. Yeah, but just stop talking.
No, the reason why it was hard for me in the past to speak up more is because I felt like I was comparing myself way too much to you. So I would feel like I don't have enough to say.
Jeez.
Because no matter what my brain thinks, if you had a different opinion, I'm like, well, his has to be right because look at what he's accomplished, like with his body, right?
Yeah.
As a human, no one can tell me anything, but I'm saying like when it came to like this space, like
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
in that moment, I felt like, well, what do I have to bring as far as value when you're pretty much talking to like I'm at the caliber of your clients in my brain.
In your brain, yeah.
In my brain, that's why I thought like, what can I like? If anything, I'm just trying to soak up.
Yeah. I get that, but I think you discredit yourself on what you've accomplished, and people see what you've accomplished.
Yeah.
And you're very blunt about it. It wasn't easy for you. It's not hard for. I mean, it's not hard for. It's not easy for you. It's not easy for me either.
It's not second nature like it is to you, but I also understand that it's only second nature to you because you put in that work when you hated it.
I was gonna say yeah.
So even like today, we've been talking about getting me back to the gym, but I was told by my doctor I'm not able to work out unless every single thing is closed.
Yeah, you're not.
And
like, next month will be good.
Yeah. So and you're like, well, you can do cardio, and I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
But like, I'm always like, my first nature is gonna be lazy. And I don't think that's ever going to change, but I need to work with it.
No. You're not born lazy.
I'll give you an update.
It's a habit you built.
Okay.
No one's born with a lazy DNA.
Lazy gene.
Lazy gene, okay? It's you're lazy because
but you know what I did
it.
to myself?
You screwed up yourself because now you told people you're doing cardio at 6 a.m. That's when I do cardio.
No, the thing is, like, I don't know if I think you sent it to me, but I can't find it today, where you're like, post something today. And I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I was just like eating my food, and then I just posted, I'm like, hey, like he's been telling me I should start working out. I'm going to start doing cardio, blah, blah. I was like, but if I do it, can you do it with me? And then all these people are like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, so now we're doing it.
Yeah, and I'm going to start.
And I feel obligated, which is a good thing.
Good. I mean, you have a following that's a support group. It's a blessing what you have. Honestly, it is. 11.6 thousand people follow you to support you and want to get inspired by you. You don't have to have, or 16, is it 16.11 or
16.4?
16.4 thousand people follow. You gained like 10,000, 7,000 people in the last couple months. Amazing. But anyways, you don't have to have a following. I have to be an inspiration to people. You've seen today by you accidentally blocked someone and they were pissed off that like, what did I do wrong? And you know what I mean? We had to fix it. But that's cool. You see, like you're a big part of her life. Her husband reached out to you. I
think if someone would have blocked me, that I would have been like, oh, fuck you then.
Yeah, but it's different because they probably didn't bring value to you.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, oh, like it meant something.
Yeah, and you messed up, you goofy. But anyways, let's get it. We got 3 questions today. We got some Q&A.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yes, I'll start talking. Just be quiet.
Your boobs look big as hell today.
There is the faja.
It's faja?
It's a faja.
All right, so what do we have? We got some questions today.
Let's see.
Oh, my bad.
How grieving a lost one can impact your journey to a healthier life. That one's for you, big dog.
Shit. How grieving
can impact your journey.
Well, look it. There's 2 ways to go about this. There's a right way and there's a wrong way, and I've done both of them. Mm-hmm. So for those you may not know, my weight loss journey started when I lost my grandpa. It was a horrible time in my life. I was suicidal. I was depressed. I was 650 pounds, and I was just living a life of just indulgence and just I wasn't accomplishing anything.
You were on Idol.
I was on Idol. I wasn't on Idol. I was just doing the most, eating the most. Couldn't wipe my own ass. And when I found out my grandpa was sick, the first thing I did is ran to food. Mm-hmm. Now let me share something with you. As equally as you could run into something that's going to put you in an early grave, you could equally run to something that's going to make you better. And at the end of the day, the result is this. My grandpa was going to die the day he died, regardless of what I did with that time, that 5 or 6 months, regardless of what in that mouth. Mm-hmm. Now, I know it sounds morbid to say, but that person, that thing that you're going through was going to happen with or without you being healthier and healthy. So why not be healthy? Why not take the road of, yes, I lost that person. Your love doesn't change whether you eat more food or not. Your body will change. Your mindset will change. But nothing changes the outcome of a person surviving or dying on how much you eat. So what I've learned is a wrong way to do is stuff your face with food because you're emotionally imbalanced.
I think a lot of us also use it as an excuse, though. It's because I'm going through this.
It's all excuse.
Yeah.
It's literally, look it. There's nothing that me and you have ever been through that forced me to stuff my face. There's things that I've been through that fixed it. I thought fixed it because it was food, but it didn't really fix it. If anything, it made the problem worse, because what happens when that person passes away and then you overcome it and you realize that your memories are always going to be there and you accept that they passed away, but yet you're 70 pounds heavier. Mm-hmm. You're now in debt. You now stop working. You cried yourself every day. Like there's nothing wrong with being a human being and going through those emotions, but you don't need to use it as an excuse to make your life shittier.
Yeah.
And I've done it before. And I'm telling you, I literally lost my grandpa and gained 90 pounds in less than a year. And then 4 years later, I get a phone call. My dad was murdered, and I stepped on stage and did a bodybuilding show 3 months later.
With the craziest
Do you see the
physique?
complete 180? Mm-hmm. 90 pounds in a year, less than a year. Did a bodybuilding show still did do group Zoom calls. Do you see the difference was my mind, though?
Yeah.
The difference on what I knew I was capable of. The difference is that I understand that the outcome is always going to be the outcome on the things I can control. Mm-hmm. If you were to break up with me today, I couldn't change that. You fell out of love with me, I couldn't stop that. But I could change who I look like or who I am or what I've learned from the situation in 2, 3, 4, 6 months from now.
Yeah.
If I were to, God forbid, lose someone in my family, I cannot change. They're already gone. But I could change how I handle the situation and stick to some type of routine to kind of keep my mind off of things, but also be a human being and go through the motion of sadness.
Yeah.
Going through a motion of sadness does not mean stuffing your face.
No, I think
it means talking to someone.
It means, finding something else to soothe your soul, because you don't have the power to, like, someone else's fate, right? Like if someone's passing away, you don't have the power to change that, But what you do have power over is how you react to things and how you're like, you can't control if someone's going to pass away, but you can control what you put in your mouth. So let's focus on the things you can control, because no matter what you're going through, like if you're sad, happy, whatever, like the one thing you can control is what you put in your mouth and how you move your body.
And your decisions.
Because even if you're stuck in a hospital because you're taking care of someone, like when my grandma passed, right? Like or every time she got sick, people say, well, it's because, I couldn't have my meal preps. No matter what, there's always going to be a better macro-friendly choice that you can make. And it's not, I had to eat the burger. You didn't have to eat the burger. You could have ordered the burger and not eat the bread if you're going to have the fries. Like, there's always these, like, split-second decisions that are going to impact what your result's going to be after that person passes away. Because after they pass away, there's obviously grief, but then you're stuck with, oh, shit, now I have to face what I was self-sabotaging too. Like, now do you want to face, I gained all this weight, or at least I didn't gain weight and I'm where I'm at, or dang, I actually lost some weight. Do you want to be proud of like how you handled something, or do you want to sulk in it and then no, it's because of this, and then you're just a victim again?
People play the victim too much.
Yeah.
They sit and they lay in it. I've watched clients overcome some messed up stuff and still lose weight. And at the end of the day, I mean, I get the luxury of working with these people. So when I hear someone complain over something so small, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why I want to just flick you in the forehead and be like, wake up. You know what I mean? But yeah, how do you deal with it is that you control what you can control. Mm-hmm. You're humans. Take the emotions, ride that roller coaster, but don't stuff your face, because at the end of the day, you don't need to run to food for comfort. You need to run to things that are going to fulfill you.
Because you're going to pay for it later.
Delayed gratification. You'll pay for it later. Mm-hmm. So regardless of what you're going through, it's never the situation. It's how you handle it.
Now
that's what I'm going to say.
To another question.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go. I need to read this one. What? How do you handle kissing ugly girls when you're drunk?
I know exactly who said that. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. Look at me and Frankie. We worked out.
Hey. Well. Oh, the same person cuddling with your homie when you're tired and cold. It's the same person.
Sometimes
you see nothing wrong with it?
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
This
is a good one, actually.
What's wrong color with your homie? Sometimes it's cold with the air conditioners on 60.
It's kind of weird.
You're just jealous.
Okay.
Anyways.
Couple sabotage struggles. When is in a healthy journey and the other isn't? Okay. So when your significant other self-sabotage, like, how do you handle that?
This is a tough one, because what I want to say,
I think you just have to say it.
But I want to, you're an asshole. Mm-hmm. If you're both sitting there fat and sloppy and one person's trying to become better and you're holding them back, you're a dick. Mm-hmm. You're a dickhead. Just like I think the moms and dads who are raising their kids to be overweight, even though they live a life of obesity and they don't feel comfortable, you're a dickhead too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everyone out there that I just called a dickhead too, I get it. And the reason why I get it is because Frankie didn't support me on my weight loss journey in the beginning. Nope. But now hear me out.
But I didn't sabotage.
You didn't sabotage. There's a difference. But you didn't support me because how many times did I say I was going to do something and I didn't do it?
Yeah.
Now, at the end of the day, that's not your fault that you didn't support me, because I've tried it and failed so many times, or I quit so many times. Mm-hmm. But what you did do that a lot of people don't, or some people should do, and now this kind of goes both ways, right? So hear me out. It is not your job to support me until you see that it's something I'm sticking to. I'll say that. Okay. Because once you saw that this was like something, you hopped on board. You may not did it for yourself, but you're like, what can I do to cushion his steps?
What are your meal
being
preps?
Successful?
Let me cook them
What
for
is your meal? Then you started learning how to meal prep. And you started learning how to weigh food. You started learning macro crap. And then you started a meal prep company. Like, so like you supported me. It just took me to be serious and you to see it in order to do that. So yes. I think if you're in the beginning and you've been on a weight loss journey for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and you're mad at your husband or wife for not following along, then shut up. You haven't earned it yet. Mm-hmm. But once you break through and they realize that this is you and this is what you're doing and you're sticking to it this time,
and you made a significant difference for an extended amount of time.
I'll tell you right now, that relationship is not going to work if you stick to it. Because if Modified Frankie stayed the same weight, I love her. I will always love. Let me just say this. I will love if me and Modified Frankie did not work out, she would be my person, but that just didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Like, you are not my person. Any other person I'm with, it will never be my person. They would just be someone I love. Mm-hmm. But they will never be my person.
Yeah.
But if you stayed the same weight, I would not be with you. Because I would be terrified to be fat again. I don't know if I would be sexually attracted to you after I put in the work. Because when you put in the work and you bring yourself to a certain standard, even though that's not how you started in life, you look at things differently. You realize that you're worth more. My self-worth has came up. My self-confidence has came up. Your self-worth, your self-confidence, what you expect from me came up. You wouldn't want to be, not saying that it's not bad or it's not good, but I'm saying you wouldn't be driving around a beat up Honda Civic after you're driving around a brand new BMW.
Nope.
And it's not that you're judging anyone. It's just that's what we've
That's the standard.
That's our standard in our relationship. So if the standard, your standard in your personal self changes.
Yeah.
And I've never not loved you or not been sexually attracted to you.
I've never not felt not loved by you, even like how we said, like how we took a break. Like even then I didn't feel not loved by you.
No, I just knew that you had to get some stuff together.
Yeah.
And I wanted to support you but I also had to make a point of like, hey, look it. And you said it. You did say it. You said that, and I know it hurt when you said it.
What?
You're like, I got to be honest, I haven't gave you the best of me.
I haven't.
Well, at that time.
Oh, yeah, I had it.
And I know it hurt. And that's one thing I'll say about you before you keep going, is that you will say the freaking truth to me. And that's how I know you're my person. You will tell me the truth even if it could destroy us. Even if you sink your own ship, you will be 100% honest. And that's how I know that I have a person. Because you will sink your own ship and still tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Even if it goes against maybe what you want to happen. And that right there says a lot.
Well, it's because I respect you. And
same thing I do. So I give you the blueprint of like what we need to do.
Yeah.
And so.
But going back to the question though, I do want to put my input is still relevant. I don't feel that a relationship will work out if only one person is working on their physical self and the other one isn't. Because I see it all the time and I hear about it all the time. And I've been on the receiving end, right? Of the one that's like kind of not there, right? I don't see it working out because one, the person that's prioritizing their health and is changing, their mindset changes. They want different things. So now you guys don't have that much in common, because more than likely, if you are a couple that's overweight, started overweight, your interest is where foodies, right? We're foodies. We're going to try new whatever, right? But if, say I was the one that was on the weight loss journey first and I'm taking this serious and you tell me, oh, like, where are we going to, like, I don't want to go try a fat fucking fried something. And now you're just like, ugh. So like then you lose that commonality, or the other person sabotages, but they don't even know it because you're so lax with how you're eating and I'm training and doing all the things, but I see you bringing home the donuts and blah blah, and even if you're not asking for it, it's still in my face. It's like I'm
no support.
I'm an addict and you're bringing the drugs to me.
Bringing the crack.
Like, you're not offering it, but it's there and you're consuming it. So
I got a little crack. It's not for you, but it's in the fridge.
I see that then the other person's gonna gain weight.
And also too, it's not fair for someone to better themselves and you stay the same.
It's not ugly fair to say it, but it's so true.
It's not fair for someone to work and give you a mentally and emotionally and physically best them, and you to sit there and be like I can only imagine, even because you didn't get as big as me. Only imagine how my fucking fat double chin looked on top of you during work, or like that's not attractive. Or when you had to put my socks on, oh my gosh, like you love me and I get that, but that is not fair to you. That's not fair to you that you had to help your grown-ass boyfriend put his socks on because I was so fat it was hard for me to do it.
Well, it was not unfair to me because I was in that same boat.
It's still not fair because I was triple your size.
Yes, but the thing is I didn't see it as I didn't find it attractive, but I didn't feel like there was like an issue with it because we were on the same boat. We were both just all wheels off, just fat and disgusting.
Yeah, and I get that, and I love you for that. But to me, I'm just like, it's just not.
And like you would and you would look the other way when I wouldn't brush my hair and just had a bun the whole time.
God
and
damn,
a bun that I would not just a regular bun, the bun that you wouldn't brush your hair, so you had like knots back here. And you still call me beautiful.
Well, because you were. For my standards of beautiful.
It's crazy how lazy I was. Like, I didn't even want to brush my hair.
Now I don't.
Hygiene does go out the window.
She ain't dressed for podcasts. She's just dressed for life right now. She works an office job and she's dressed like that. Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's amazing. I really, really hope that really helped. I know that was harsh, but I hope the husband is listening to this. I hope the wife is listening to this and they feel like, fuck, I've been an asshole. And I hope they go apologize and say, what? I want to be healthy too. I want to build a better relationship with you.
I didn't mean to be in your way this way.
I hope they're listening to that and you have an amazing conversation with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, or girlfriend, and you guys blossom into something amazing from that talk. Because that is from two people that possibly did not make it if we didn't have those hard conversations.
Yeah.
And got close, it got rocky.
Yeah, those conversations are very common.
No, they're not. They're not common. They're needed.
Well,
they're not common.
Common, I guess, in our world, because like even it's not a secret. We could say like meal prep mama and her husband, how like he's had to be like, hey, get on your shit again. You know,
yeah, she talked about it.
So I think it's really important. It's natural for people to fall off, but it's the responsibility of your partner, because of love, to be like, hey, you're fucking up. How can I help you get back on the wagon? Am I helping you fuck up?
Get it together. Let's go one more before we end, because I got Jay coming to pick up content in a little bit.
Oopsie. Okay. A serious one?
Whatever. I mean, yeah, let's get into it. They're asking on Instagram, if you're wondering where we, either one, you could put a comment down below and put some questions, and we always screenshot them and save them put them in a folder for questions that we haven't answered. Or you could always go on my stories on myself or Modified Frankie. We always post like podcast ideas, and we do screenshot. They don't go anywhere. Yeah. They go in a folder for us to look over when we want to do Q&As and stuff like that. So we are also too on YouTube, you comment, and on Spotify, and for Apple Music. All of them you could put comments.
Okay, so
last but not least,
patience and perseverance during weight loss. So how important is patience and to persevere through weight loss? Because not every day is a win on the scale.
Patience is everything. Me and Cody were just talking today about patience, and we're both so nervous and so excited about this move to Irvine. I'm terrified about this rent.
I love seeing his post. He looks so happy.
Yeah, he looks happy. And you ought to understand that a year of fucking up is not going to be fixed in a week of you being frustrated and realize you fucked up. Mm-hmm. A year of fucking up could be fixed in 6 months, but it can't be done in 6 hours. And something you understand is that over time, it's compounding interest. Yeah. So when we make those wrong decisions for X amount of years, we're now suffering the consequences. Just because I started making good money and I built a career of being a coach and a weight loss coach and a life coach, I'm still suffering with the consequences of owing the IRS from years of fucking being an idiot. Mm-hmm. And guess what? They're not like, oh, well, you're doing good now, your life's together, so we'll start you from scratch. No, I owe that shit. And so I share that with you, is that our past will haunt us. Mm-hmm. Our past failure will literally haunt us. Now, it's a price you have to pay. Right, but you need to persevere. You need to push through that. You're not going to get away from it. You put it this way, right? I was 650 pounds. I lost 100 pounds, and I still could have died any day at 550.
Facts.
Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you need to be patient. You need to understand that this is years of bad habits and years of putting things aside, years of not paying attention to your innermost thoughts and who you want to be. That's years of you pushing away the best version of you. That's years of not being a quality person that you're going to need to work on. You're going to need to, and he stops saying gonna, I don't know where I got that from, but I say it a lot. You're going to need to realize that it is going to take months and months and months and months and months of compounding interest, doing the right thing even when you don't want to, building discipline, having that hustle, building up confidence, building up that grind, the execution, becoming a leader, building grit. That shit is going to take months, if not years, because you're going to have one failure and you're going to think you're a loser and you got to dig and do it again. You got to redig, you got to do it again. Mm-hmm. But remember, you just went X amount of years of being a shitty person.
Yeah.
A shitty person. You did what you want. Everything with indulgement. Addicted to drinking. Addicted to porn. Addicted to this. Indulgement. Mm-hmm. You are breaking the ties. You are becoming different. You are literally setting the bar higher for yourself. You're not becoming of this world. You're not doing the things that 95% of the people are doing. So you got to understand that it takes time. And the reason why people are not successful is because no one wants to wait for that. No one wants to put in the work. No one wants that to wait, that delayed gratification.
What comes to mind is when you tell, I've heard you tell this to many clients. When they're frustrated, you tell them, like, you didn't gain these 100 pounds overnight, so how do you expect to lose them overnight?
People want it, though. You say that
as long as it took you to gain this weight, it'll take you double to lose it.
Before we go, I want to share this with you, okay? It's so crazy that you brought this up. That's the last question. Everything is instant in this society. Everything is instant. Instant gratification, Instacart, Uber Eats, Uber, delivery services, Amazon, next day, same day. Everything is no type of wait.
You don't have to leave home
There's
now.
Netflix, no commercials, Hulu. You don't have to any type of delay. You want to freaking go watch someone finish a puzzle when you just bought the puzzle, you could go watch it and see how it's built. Like, there's no patience. There's no waiting anymore. There's shortcuts to everything. And it's building a society of lazy, fucking fat people. And we think that it's normal, but it's not. Right? We think everything is instant. It's normalized, but instant gratification is a lifelong just prison sentence because you're not used to waiting for anything. Everything takes time. This podcast, what about when someone go back and watch our first podcast, no equipment, just like the microphones, like, and then watch the evolve of the podcast. We don't even have a lot of followers. No. And I think that it's something, but the investment is huge.
You're investing for your future, for tomorrow.
Because in 5 years, I could have the world's biggest podcast. I don't have the following that Joe Rogan has. I don't have the following that Andy Frisella has. I don't have the following that these people, but I can over time because Andy Frisella's been doing it for 30 years. I've been doing it for 3. Joe Rogan's been doing it for 40 years. I've been doing it for 3. The people that have taken first place in bodybuilding shows or transformation classes, they've been doing it maybe longer than me. Maybe the people have 500 clients, they've been doing it longer than me. And yes, it sucks because you may think or you may feel that you're better than that person.
And you belong already.
Or you belong already, but you're not shit because people have been working their ass off to get where they're at, and they're leading and they're building a blueprint so you could follow, but you cannot speed up that process. Everything we want is instant gratification.
Unless you want to crash and burn.
And I've never completed anything fast and easy and successful. Coaching is hard as shit. Weight loss is hard as shit. Maintaining my weight is hard as shit. Keeping a healthy relationship with myself and my friends and my family and my girlfriend is hard as shit. Things, not only do they need to be planted, they need to be watered, they need to be groomed, they need to be cut, they need to be clean, they need to be taken care of.
Yes.
And one thing that we do as people, as humans, is that we like to plant it. We like to tell everyone we planted it, but we don't like to water it. So that's why. There's the answer to your question right there. Why is it that, how important is
the
patience and how important is perseverance? It's the most important thing next to discipline. Because if you do not have patience...
Do you think it goes hand in hand?
Patience, I will say this. I would say the fundamentals of my program, right? I have a brain fart. Holy crap, brain fart. The fundamentals of my program is discipline, is accountability. There's one more I'm forgetting. But yeah, it's that. Whatever that one is. I'm brain farting now. No, it's not perseverance. Accountability, discipline, and I don't know what the last one is. Hard work, we'll say that's not it. I have a brain fart right now. I think I've tried a lot of podcasts back to back. So you guys have knows I'm wearing the same shirt. It's black, so you guys probably know. But anyways, but the fundamentals in life, everyone talks about.
Yeah.
Discipline, doing something you don't want to do. Right? No one likes to do the hard shit.
No.
Right?
Everyone wants the recipe, but once they get it, they don't do anything with it.
Honesty. No one likes to be honest to themselves. They like to lie, like to live in Delulu land. Right? Staying consistent, consistency. No one likes to be consistent because that's the third one right there. And what people don't understand is the hardest thing they're going to do when they work on themselves is realize that you've been bullshitting. You're the finger that they have to point at. You're the reason why your life is the way it is, and your obligation is to fix it. You
have to stare at yourself and really point the finger, and that sucks.
Yeah, but guess what? It's a breakthrough. So get out there and win. Hopefully these questions brought value to you. Hopefully this podcast brought value to you. And if it did, comment, like, share, subscribe, because we're getting like 3 to like 800 views, and then some of you out there, about 70% are not commenting, and about 70% are also not following.
Sounds fake to me.
I know. So if you guys really love us and really give value, then help us grow.
Peace.
I need to find a cool slogan. You know what? Because Andy Frisella says, "Don't be a host, share the show," and I want to find my own slogan. Like, I know I just said theirs, but I want to find like my own thing. Like, share the show, you little hoe. I don't know. I like their slogan, but I don't want to use hoe because I don't like that. It. But you would like that. But anyways, I hope this brought value to you. This is Modified Life Podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez, and a co-host, Modified Frankie. Get out there, win, and we'll see you in a couple.
There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.